Very, very nice to see all of you. And I welcome, beloved, you all who are in this Zoom room in person and joining via the stream, no, YouTube stream. Thank you, beloved. Thank you for joining today. If anybody want to talk to me, you can talk. Yeah, Ekta.
Namaste, Raj.
Namaste.
This is such a beautiful invitation. And I just felt it's been a while, so I just wanted to come in.
Ah.
Right when the meeting started, what I heard was the example of sugar. That can sugar be less sweet? And you also mentioned that your basic nature was joy and peace, and that I feel just kind of it was a reminder to me that if I'm not joyful and not peaceful, I've strayed away from my nature. That's the most easiest way to check. Am I joyful or am I peaceful today? And if not, then something is off. So could you please, can we explore this together?
Oh yes, yes. It's a very good topic actually. What I shared was that whenever we taste the sugar, it tastes sweet, no? And sometime when it doesn't taste sweet, that's how we know that it is not sugar. Maybe it is salt or something else, white powder, no? In the similar way, when our taste of our own being is joy, peace, truth. When we taste our being, ourselves, and we taste sweet, peace, joy, joy and peace and truth, then we can say, okay, I am experiencing myself. No? But when we do not experience peace, joy, truth, then in the similar way, we should become alert that it means I am not experiencing myself right now. No. However, here our mind plays a lot of roles, a lot of imaginations come in that because of this maybe or because of that maybe. Otherwise, it's really as simple as this. It's a clear taste of being. Clear means how much more clear, it can be. We have that kind of possibility. So it is true like this. Let us also try to explore one thing here. How to experience ourself more purely, or how we do not experience also, no? Like what is playing there? What is exactly happening here? Let's simplify it, no? That we are the self, no? We are the truth. We are that being, no? We have a ability to experience something, and it becomes sometimes very confusing. We call it awareness, consciousness, and this and that, attention, focus, no? So that's why I'm saying We have ability to experience, no? One central ability to experience, okay? Anything and everything we experience through it, okay? So now that ability to experience, no? We can call sensitivity or ability to experience. When not experiencing it's ourself, no, our own self, no? That time, where that ability is, what that ability is doing, no? So it cannot be that our ability is off, our ability to experience is off, has been turned off, or has has gone to sleep or something generally. No, it must be experiencing something. No, so either it is experiencing things or it is experiencing ourselves. No, two direction. No, things being the body, its energies, deeper bodies, their energies, their experiences produced by those energies and bodies. No, together. Yes, or experiencing ourselves, who is experiencing everything else. No? So using this ability to experience ourselves. That time we are able to experience ourselves. No? And in dhyan and satsang, in meditation, in satsang, we learn this. We learn to live ourselves. Meaning we learn to turn our ability to experience towards ourselves. No? Which is a kind of a subtle thing to understand. It's not as straightforward as, okay, I'm focusing here, let me focus here. No, it's something about focusing on the one who is focusing on everything. No, it's a different thing, isn't it? So it's kind of a subtle understanding that can be learnt, but we can keep the basics also clear. Like, hey, if I'm not tasting peace, if I'm not tasting joy, if I'm not tasting truth, truth also is tasted, no? Meaning we know somehow that what I'm tasting right now is truth of myself, no? Like one simple thing I think can also help us, that who we are, the being which we are experiencing right now. No, when we are understanding this, no, we are trying to experience our being. This being that we are is not going anywhere, right? It is not going anywhere. It is not becoming anything else. Right? Yes. So one factor is established, that it is not changing, not going anywhere. No. Yeah. Now the only variable here is that how much we are experiencing it. In this case, we means the ability to experience. No, because this being is what we are truly. No, we are not our ability to experience. Yes, we are this being which we experience through the ability to experience, and we can experience everything else also. So this ability to experience has sort of a flexibility in a way, and also it has a habit of experiencing everything and not experiencing ourselves. No? If somehow we can train our ability to experience ourselves, no, and that training is what I call dhyan, no? Meditation, the way of the being. This is the way of the being, that the being tastes itself first and anything else after, no, in meaning it is the original way of the being. It's the true way of the being, no. Dhyan actually is the true way of the being, natural way of the being, no. And by experiencing ourselves, we experience, we taste joy, peace, truth. We can look at this taste of our own being like a very subtle vibration also. Okay, like a taste of a certain vibration. In that vibration, there is a assurance that everything is all right already. A clarity that everything is already complete. Nothing is missing. Nothing need to be added to it. No. And that and the assurance that I am truth. is very internal thing. Cannot be. I'm not finding any words to describe it. How we can know that what I'm experiencing is truth of myself. No, it's some kind of very internal. But this taste is there, and that taste or this vibration has this knowledge, or it gives us this clarity also. Tasting ourselves gives this clarity also. No? Yeah. So what is in the way is not really everything else that we are experiencing. In the way of experiencing ourselves is not really the things which we are experiencing through our ability to experience. No, it is not body, mind, and all the experiences produced within the energy. They are not in the way. They are not like really, in one sense, having some glue or something so much. The glue is somewhere else. No, that glue is in the self unawareness. No, kind of forgetfulness about ourselves. No, that from there the glue is coming. Like the habit to go out comes from where? From where it comes. Like we were talking, that it becomes like a circle, that we are not tasting our being, and that's why we are not tasting the truth, peace, joy, and that creates sort of a restlessness in us. Then we seek outside. No? What we are seeking in any and every way, actually we are seeking joy only. No, Nishant, we were talking also sometime. So, we are seeking for joy because we are restless. Restless means like a lightweight thirst for joy has arisen inside us. Like we are sensing that I am not experiencing myself, the being that I am. That lightweight restlessness results in seeking out. And then seeking out is spending more time. That thirst increases also, no? Becomes stronger also. More seeking. Let us maybe do like this. In case directly, meditation doesn't appeal to us, Dhyan and Satsang does not appeal to us directly, let us do maybe parallel work. Let us continue seeking what we are seeking for. Let us spend some time in Dhyan also. Dhyan means experiencing our own being, nothing else, no? And it will change the whole game. We will seek less and less because we will find more and more already, no? What we are seeking for. Now, we will not be seeking for joy in anything and everything that we are doing in life. We will be doing everything from the joy already, no? That we are experiencing. So that's how life becomes a play, not some project where we are trying to achieve something out of it, no? Because essentially what we are trying to achieve is joy only, no? Meaning apart from the general resources of like body, mind, and like this, no? Food and all, no? That is a separate thing. But essentially, what do you feel? Are we exploring like this, or?
Yes, you know what, because then once you have the taste of it, then you want more, and then you're seeking, but the seeking is outside. And only if I can just stop and down, and then say that this is exactly, where I am, and go from here.
Yeah. I think we can develop some kind of a reminder system within ourselves also, in the sense that we can try to be more conscious of the time when we are in meditation, when we are experiencing ourselves. That okay, what is happening right now? And we will notice that what is happening is that I am being very peaceful, very joyful, very assured, very complete. And somehow slowly we will start sensing that why it is like this. So, like our the working mind, or you can say our wisdom will be updated in a way. No? And then when we will not be living ourselves and we will be living the energies of body mind for doing things in life and like this, and the feeling will come that, oh, maybe I have lost myself, or maybe I don't know how to connect to myself now. that time that understanding will help us in coming back, isn't it? That, so what I was experiencing that time was that, and how to go there, you know that how to go there. Because experiencing ourselves does not require special skills, isn't it? Because to experience ourselves, we do not need to do anything. No? Special skills, even if very, very special, are required only when we have to do something, isn't it? It is more understanding. Dhyan is never, like long time back also I said that what I'm sharing is understanding that need to be practiced by the being that you are. No? You know, well, like first time I shared this three-step, simple seeing three-step is understanding that need to be practiced. No? You, the being, has to understand. As soon as you have this understanding now that okay, what is dhyan? No? You will know okay how to do it or come back to it without doing anything, no? Or letting go of doing so. Right now, check. Maybe not as a full-fledged guided meditation. Right now, enter into meditation without any preparation, without any change in anything of body mind. Because it is your decision of the being. It's not about what you are experiencing, what you have been experiencing so far. No, it's a question of what you want to experience right now. You know, this should be the question: that do you want to experience yourself right now or not? So, any one of you who want to experience yourself right now, join me in letting your ability to experience relax, meaning withdraw yourself from seeking, moving. What is moving basically? Seeking. No? If you do not need to seek, you don't need to move. Yes. So if you are seeking, it's fine. But right now, if you want to experience yourself, you do not need to seek anything. No? You are already yourself. Yes. So this yourself, who you already are, can take this invitation and together we can experience ourselves. And it is not really a complex procedure or a complicated, process. It's a clear understanding and desire, of course. So, Ekta, you have desire to experience yourself right now. You have understanding also now. It's about value, no? Value, if you understand what I mean. How much value you give to experiencing yourself right now. No, it's about that. When you have highest value for it, then your ability to experience will follow your value, no, for it. So right now, as you have value for experiencing yourself, you are able to experience yourself. And what happens through that? Our wisdom is cleared up, like our mind becomes clean, clear, stable. Wisdom, no? Our wisdom becomes free from confusions, misunderstandings. Wisdom of the soul, no? That we are. The fundamental wisdom, not the practical mind wisdom, but it becomes clear here that I am tasting myself and I can taste myself whenever I want. And slowly also it becomes clear that why I don't want to experience myself all the time. Do you see? It is so simple, no? And you can confirm now that yes, I am experiencing joy. Joy which is more like peace. I'm experiencing peace. Peace which is more like truth. I'm experiencing truth. Truth more like myself. No? So I'm experiencing the joy, peace, truth of myself. No? And there is no mind here which is saying that okay, so what it means, but this means this or this means that. No. No, here nothing means nothing. It is just one truth being experienced by who we are. Experienced. It is an experience. Be clear about it. So our ability which experiences everything is experiencing our own self right now by relaxing into ourself, no? By not seeking, by not moving. It's an actual experience. And beyond that experience is the realization of who we are, which naturally happens within this experience only. Which basically brings complete freedom, complete liberation, no? And also notice, like as if we will touch a very, very clear experience of ourselves, which is like joy, which is like peace, which is like truth, which is like ourselves. And then we will feel like sinking in it a little bit also, like more profound and deep experience of it. And then will come a time when we will feel like, okay, I'm done. And that is the time when we start experiencing anything else. No? Experiencing anything else is not really that it just came inside us. It popped like a thought popped in me, a feeling came in, that's why I'm experiencing it. No, they were all the time there when you were experiencing yourself. All the feelings and thoughts and everything, all their energy was all the time there when you were experiencing yourself. But you were not experiencing anything else that time, isn't it? Or this time right now, for example. Where are thoughts and feelings right now when you are, when you are experiencing yourself and not experiencing them? They are right where they were. Just one thing, interest, value. So as soon as you will feel like, okay, I'm done, like I have had enough of my own taste. Now you, the soul, will taste again all your energies, thoughts, feelings, and there is nothing wrong in that. Understand? Just understand. What is the stability of the soul that you are is that you are able to experience yourself when you want to. And you feel happy in experiencing everything else inside you also when you want to experience it, no? But you are clear that you have chosen. Freedom is freedom of choosing to experience yourself or letting yourself experience everything else which is inside you. No, this is freedom. No, first level, I will say. No? First freedom. This should be no. Freedom means freedom to experience ourselves. So it's good. No, thank you, thank you, everyone, and thank you, Ekta. Say anything if you want.
Thank you so much.
You could experience. You are able to experience yourself now.
Yes, it is. It's just made so easy. You make it so easy.
Together it becomes easy. Yes, it is true. It is true. It's just a internal learning, subtle learning that is taking place here together, and it makes it simple, easy also. Yeah. Very, very good. Thank you. Thank you. Nishant, you want to talk?
Namaste, beloved.
Namaste.
Yeah. What I wanted to speak to you about has been so thoroughly covered. There's nothing more to speak about over there, dear beloved. But I would like to check something else, which could be a related topic. Yeah. Um, so, in many ways, we are constantly searching for joy. Yeah. So there is a question: why are we searching for joy? Yeah. So one answer could be is because we are essentially searching for our true nature, and but we are searching for joy through our mind. So through the mind, we experience happiness, in doing certain things. So we keep on trying to experience this happiness through the mind, which we cannot find the true version of because the mind does not know what true joy is. Maybe, yeah. Is it am I able to communicate? Yeah.
Yes, yes. Very,
Okay,
very good.
yeah.
Very, very good.
Great, yeah. So now actually the question that I wanted to ask is interest. So there is interest also, there is something called interest, yeah, which is kind of separate from happiness, or seems separate from happiness. Can you comment about that? Because
Interest,
interest, yeah.
interest in things. To
Yes. So me as a person, so my fundamental um, desire could be to experience happiness. But at the same time, I'm interested in certain things. I have a core interest in certain things. For example, horse riding is of deep interest. It's very satisfying to me. So how are these things? Is it interest? Is it worth exploring this? In the direction of discovery of truth. Is it? If it's interest, if it's helpful, we can take a look at that.
it can be helpful. Yeah, let us see. Because the biggest challenge in the direction of discovery of truth is that as if we want to experience and know ourselves, and as if part of ourselves doesn't. So this part of ourselves which doesn't poses a resistance for discovery and doesn't let us settle or live in it more naturally and simply. And that part can be resolved more through this kind of discussions, explorations. Like as if the soul that we are has misunderstandings. First, I would like to come back to this a little bit for the background that why we are seeking for joy. No? And I will be as simple as it comes to me. And if not clear, you can always tell me. No? Give me the feedback. In the essence, what we are experiencing. No, fundamentally, I'm saying, I'm not talking about this or that. Absolutely everything in it. No, absolutely all experiences in it. No, fundamentally, essentially, what we are experiencing is ourself and our imagination together at any point of time. No? Meaning the imagination of the soul that we are, the being that we are, and ourself, our taste. So our taste in this case is the joy. Everything is like a dish made out of that joy. No? The harder we imagine, the less will be the joy. No? the less we imagine, the purer will be the joy. Like the element of joy, the experience of joy will be stronger when we imagine less. In general, we are talking not about this or that. In this experience of life, if we imagine less, the element of joy will be more. In this moment, in this experience of this moment, if we imagine more, the element or the quantity of experience of joy will be less. And that joy is basically our own nature, our own truth. So now we can more easily understand that why we are seeking for joy. Not everybody is seeking for joy in the same way. Like the desperation or the urgency level is very different. Many people are happy in living the way they are living because they have a hope also, for example, that fulfillment of this desire will bring joy. So until then I'm happy without that joy which I want to have. And there are some kind of in-between experiences of joy also that happen without any correlation, like without any logical explanations also. No? What are those experiences in this picture? You, the being, can never be full, never be effortful all the time. No? Effort being the imagination part. No? Creation through imagination. No? So you, the being, who we are truly, cannot be effortful all the time. There are some times when we cannot be effortful. We just fall back into our natural state without our permission in a way or without our decision. Those moments are joyful moments, also restful, very very like wow. Did not achieve anything, nothing has solved. Everything seems to be the same challenge and struggle, and yet somehow so restful. We have just fallen away, fallen back, like this. As I mentioned before also, in the similar way, thinking cannot be continuous also. Although we are troubled by thinking, but we don't realize that thinking can never be continuous. There are gaps between thinking processes. Those gaps where the thinker soul falls back into its non-thinking being, into no mind state, what we call, or no thinking state, of the being also. So this is the background of why we are seeking for joy, in the sense that we are actually never seeking for anything else, because there is nothing else which can be experienced, and that is the challenge for the soul, that it wants to experience something else. Joy is like normal. Joy is like every day there, no? It's like monotonous maybe, sometimes. So it wants to, change, mix it and merge it with its own imagination and experience it different way, as if it is experiencing something different. In one sense, you can say awakening is not really that we stop imagining. It is realization that I cannot experience anything if I don't imagine. I cannot experience anything but myself if I don't imagine. And then we can continue imagining and knowing very well that, okay, now I'm experiencing myself and my imagination. So this was the fundamental background. Now coming back to, up to this point clear, Nishant? Because this is basic understanding. It's not about what we are imagining, what we are experiencing in life or anything, as a whole. At any point of time, anywhere, anything. Just to have a actual experience of it, what you are experiencing right now. Just think about it, like look deeply right now and check how much of it is your imagination and how much is like how much your imagination is contributing to it and how much is your being. Everybody can check. Like as a whole, think, not like parts of what you are experiencing, as a whole, what you are experiencing right now, as a whole, whole of it. Thoughts, feelings, life, outside, inside, everything, states, everything as a whole. This one thing. What is the doing part from you right now when you are experiencing this one thing? What are you doing in it? Are you trying to experience it? Do you don't need to? Your experiencing ability is always on. It cannot be turned off. What we call awareness or consciousness is same thing really. It's not different things. So you don't need to keep it on, it is always on. What are you doing right now in relation to experiencing this moment? Let's call it this moment, okay? So this moment we are experiencing, how much we are imagining in this moment means how much we are active, how much we are doing anything. No? So that much we can let go right now to test that what remains. So if you do not do anything, basically means that if you do not imagine, not doing anything basically means not imagining, not contributing, or not adding anything to the experience. Then Nishant, you cannot even say that your body is separate from you, or there is a body, physical, and you are a non-physical being. You cannot even say this much. This whole thing is one thing now. Do you notice? We are maintaining something called my body separate from myself. We are maintaining how exactly? That is the mind activity happening continuously. Know this well so that you can become the master of it. No? Not that you stop doing it, don't stop doing anything. Do what you want to, but just become clear. No?
Can I check something, Guru?
Yeah.
So when you ask the question, there was a fundamental experience of joy. There was joy, and then there was experiencing, no? Imagination experiencing. And what I felt was the fundamental nature of that experiencing or imagination was peace. So at the fundamental level, there was only joy, and then when I'm conscious of when that I'm sorry, I'm mixing many words here, or when that awareness is turned on, that fundamental experience was peace. Is it like this?
It is always like this.
Yeah.
So even if when we are imagining, our experience is only going to be peaceful, joyful. When our experience is not joyful and peaceful, that is the interesting part, no? What happens? We have gone into the imagination so much, we have gone into the imagination so much that the direct experience of who we are, which is pure peace, joy, truth, is not reaching us anymore. Where we feel, I'm not feeling peace right now, I'm not feeling peaceful, I'm not feeling joyful. No. Like we have gone into the imagination so hard. No. Your imagination right now was more a simple, in, simple imagination without losing contact with yourself. No? And if you try to get into the, very lanes of these imaginations, the detailing of it, then see what happens. You will not be able to experience peace here. Why? For the simple reason that our ability to experience anything has been filled by our by the experience produced by our imagination. No? Imagination is dry. Try to understand. Imagination is dry. It doesn't really produce any experience as such. It produces pictures only. Pictures only. It doesn't produce any experience.
This is true, Beloved.
Yeah. Or one thing also I would like to add here, that because some of you I feel have that position, like you are in that maybe depth of your being right now, that even if you do not imagine absolutely at all here, no, in the beginning it will be felt like this, that you are not imagining absolutely at all, and yet somehow body is still there. You know, it will be noticed that hey, body is still there. Basic form is still there. Basic thoughts and abilities are still there. But I'm not imagining it. Why it is there? We can say it is the imagination of the universal self being experienced by us right now. Are you as excited as I am when we are experiencing living this truth? No? What we are calling our body is the imagination of Brahma. No? It is the dream of Brahma. No? It literally, so whether we call it Brahma or the Supreme Self or the Universal Self, no? But who we are here is the very, 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 mm, amazing element or here, no? So it is possible that I'm not active at all. I am not doing anything at all. I am absolutely unmoving. I am not imagining, and yet somehow I feel body is there. No. So this is the experience of the individual self from its pure state of being, what we can call presence state, that it continue experiencing body and life. No? Whereas we will settle more in the truth of who we are, it will become clear to us. So this is good. I feel I have already covered about horse riding related thing, but uh, just to touch upon it a little bit, that when you like horse riding, basically what you are liking is that the way you want it to be, in a way, and or the way it should be. I don't know how to say, like there are two things here. One is the individual self's desire to experience, and one is the flow of the universal self, no, which is producing that experience. No? And I think what you're calling that joy is very joyful, is probably where both these are matching in sync with each other. No? Where the experience of joy is at the peak, like the highest excitement also there, you know, in the activity, in the real activity of life, and somehow there is no sense of doing so much, and there is no sense of so much, responsibility of what will happen after. Like the experience itself is complete in itself. The including the activity, including the doing and doer, and all of that has become very beautifully one. What we call our doings as individual self, oftentimes is working as a resistance for the flow of the existential flow. And in this bigger picture where we are right now, in this context, mm, the resistance created by the individual self is being very nicely used by the flow of the universal self, no? For achieving what it wants to achieve. So no loss of any event or activity or energy happened here. No? However, at the individual self level, there is a lot of imagination going on about what is happening in my life, who I am and what I want to achieve and what I have achieved so far. And at some point, it all will be found to be not true. When the truth will be revealed, truth of who we are. No? We are not separate from the universal self at any point of time. This is truth. So I think this is good now. Thank you.
It's very good. Very, very good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Beloved. Thank you.
Thank you. Anna, you want to talk?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
I hope I can put this in words properly. Thank you for the topic very much because it's touching my current struggles and you know. Life has presented me after a long time with something that obviously because I'm ready to deal with it. And it's very clear what I want. I want only this, and I know also that the only joy and peace and real happiness comes from being myself and being in this fully. But because we are sometimes invested in certain things, probably sometimes for lifetimes, in desire and fulfillment of desire, it is very strong, the pull, when God presents these sweeties. And all I know is that I want to go deeper, because I also know that this is the only way of also at some point in experiencing these sweeties, but not being attached, because then if we do that from unstable place, then then it is a strong experience, and then we either go to the past or we go into the future, imagining or just reliving the strong experience from the past. So please help to go deeper and to be stronger in just appreciating even more, so that this pull, because sometimes it happens so automatical, the pull, and then I find myself in these imaginations like, no, go back, but still the pull is stronger than with things that I have already kind of transcended or conquered, or you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, it is.
Thank
true.
you.
It is true. It is true. One example that was coming was that it is something related to addiction in a way. Addiction being, let's say, a strong habit. No. So there are two scenarios. One is you are very healthy, physically healthy. You are eating very physically, healthy food continuously now. And your old habit, which, like, habit of the body to taste something, chocolate or cake or pastry or something, comes in. And sometime, like I heard from people who are very strict and good in a healthy manner about their food, that I am giving myself freedom to eat pizza today. For example, somebody say like this. On Fridays, I allow myself to eat pizza. They say like this. And they're very healthy people. I'm talking about those people. No? What it means is that I can allow my habit to play a little bit, from my healthy state of being where I have transcended myself, transcended my habit, my addiction towards it. No? And it works in a very good, healthy manner mostly. Not in the beginning, obviously. Only when we have become really stable and healthy, that time. Otherwise, in the beginning, the addiction is too strong. So this is one scenario. No? Another scenario, we are experiencing something physical, food again, some chocolate, cake, pastry, while we are still in the addiction. Meaning in the loop of addiction is still there. Then we don't really enjoy it so much. Because the addiction somehow is working like a darkness, like a numbness. It keeps our taste buds also numb, not bright and alive. And also there is a sense of I don't know if it is the right word, like sense of like a setback, like we feel little bit guilty, little bit like in the previous version we feel very satisfied with us ourselves already, like I'm doing best already. Little bit of eating something is all right, no? Here we know that I'm not doing at all, not doing well at all. I'm already eating junk food continuously, and now eating more junk food on top of it, no? Like the junk food inside our body calls for more junk food from outside in a way, no? Attracts also, like it attracts us towards that more. So that is addiction, which is um, we don't like it really. So this is one thing that came right now, that what is the base that is important. What is our base? No, once it has become clear to us that my base, in this case, now coming back to ourselves, that in this case the healthy way means living in our own truth. As you said, that my choice is myself and my truth. That is my choice. It has become clear to me now. And you will be surprised that experiencing anything and everything was never a problem. It was never the thing. It was about from where, from what state. We think that I cannot experience certain things from from my true state. It is true. We cannot experience certain things from our true state, but not really the things, but the way. The way of experiencing is different. So our addiction is not to the experiences. Our addiction is the way of experiencing. No. Go for the way of being for every experience and see. You will be so surprised. Many experiences will be found to be like very flat and dry. Like, what did I get really out of it? Like, what the hell? And many will be like, oh my God, I never experienced it like this. Like, chances are that you will go in nature and you will feel, oh my God, I never met nature so clearly as I'm meeting now. Like, was I sleeping or something, Like how alive nature is, You may feel like this also. So once we choose truth of who we are, we also, as a package, choose the way of experiencing, way of the being to experience. And if we stick to it, we can actually experience much more joy and versatility, like multidimensional experiencing than we were experiencing before. Before we were hardly experiencing. It's like running to some shop, quickly eating and running back, like to hide to or something. Now here, under the open sky, in the light of the being, joyfully, stably, without any fear, experiencing. So living as ourselves does not stop us from experiencing anything. It only stops us from experiencing the way we used to experience, the way of ego. Not what experiencing, but the way of experiencing changes. Only one thing. But then that changes almost everything for us, because we have been experiencing in the way of ego most of our life. And we feel that most of the things I cannot experience. No, in fact, most of the thing, or probably all of the thing, we can experience at least once. But not the way of ego now. So basically what I'm saying is that if you remain peaceful, joyful, true in your being, That's the end of statement. Everything can be experienced now. Let whatever comes come and let it be experienced by you, and see what happens. Our being, our own truth has that kind of powerful presence that it can remove the toxins from that experiencing, while the pure experiencing continues. This is my understanding. Please tell me if we are talking in the same direction.
Yes, absolutely. You you pinpointed it. It is, we have to experiences from this place to remove the toxins, and I guess this is my only like fear, or I don't even know how to call it fear. It's more just like a decision, like these pizza people or healthy people that no pizza, not even on Saturday, because I don't want to be challenged anymore, ever.
Yeah.
So it's this play still, like, am I stable enough? Am I?
Can I check with you
Yes,
something, like checking,
yes,
like
yes.
just sharing? Like there are, I have seen different people in different times. It's about a decision. Like you made a decision. Some people are like, let's say, making a decision to be healthy, waking up in the morning and everything, and they are like, what we call New Year resolution, like very strong. I'm going to do now. It's just nothing of this world can stop it. And that resolution somehow last until 7th of January, 6th of January, and then gone. Then there are other people who feel, and no, I'm really serious. This year I'm serious. This year I'm just going to really, and that survives until February end or something. But there are some other beings who feel that I think it's enough. Enough is enough now, and they are not at all shouting. They are not at all like angry or anything. Their statement doesn't look so loud or anything, but it is so deep. Actually, so deep. Like it's enough actually now. Now these people are going to continue until they succeed, and only they will succeed now. Only they can succeed. No. So it's not about how much difficult it will be to be free from it. It's about how much of myself want to be free from it. No? And that much chances are there of succeeding in a way. No? Because addiction does not catch our energies, it catches us. No? So if you can decide in this moment that it's enough. It's not about when I will succeed. It's about whether I will succeed or not. Then you have succeeded already in this very moment. Then you are done actually. No. And I'm talking about it from experience in a way that I know how it feels that I'm trying and let's see what all challenges come. In this model where we are right now, but I'm talking about, you will not become so arrogant or like, okay, now I don't care, nothing can defeat me. Now you will be in fact much more vigilant. Now I have to succeed, then I have to be all the time vigilant. All the time vigilant. Now I cannot afford to lose, no? So that's more about a decision really, not so much effort or how strong is the opposition, opponent, no? Meaning it is it's a quality in the being, in the practical life. Maybe if there's the opponent and you may give up the fight, that okay, I surrender, like I'm ready to be defeated by it. But inside our being, there's no way you can accept this. No way. At some point every one of us will come to this clarity that I want to be completely free now into myself, and free from here to experience everything also happily, joyfully, freely, like free mind in a true sense. No? Until then we are going to sense that I'm trying, or when you are trying, what exactly is happening? Observe and you will understand immediately what I'm saying also. Are you trying to make your opponent weak during this time when you are trying, or are you trying to make yourself strong? It can be very simple comparison. And when you are trying to make yourself strong, how exactly you are doing it? Because you are the being, I know that. You don't need to make yourself strong. You are already beyond strong, beyond strength. The more you challenge yourself, your being, the more strength you will discover of yourself. No? There is no doubt. I think the only thing is choice, like the decision. I just felt like saying thank you, in case it will help you.
Thank you so much. Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And this is the beauty of conscious decisions. No? You know, conscious decision making. This is the beauty of it, that you are always happy, whichever way you have chosen. No? You might have chosen that I want to let my life continue the way it is right now. I don't mind, and you will be very happy. What is the inner conflict inside us? That part of our own being has decided that, okay, let my life be the way it is. I don't want to grow. I don't want to wake up. I don't want to. And the part of our being is saying, no, I want to grow. I want to wake up. And you beings like you can understand that that is much more a penalty than anything else in life. You know, that doesn't let us live, let us see, let us feel, let us do anything fully. You know? And let us imagine that there is no such thing, like there is no division in you. And you are not achieving anything, you are not going anywhere, you are not, experiencing any great thing. You are just experiencing a simple day, a very ordinary moment, this moment. First time you will experience who you are, actually. A very real experience in this body, in this mind, in this consciousness of who you are, truly. Very authentic experience, not through some kind of, in some special spiritual states, a very ordinary state of being. And it brings so deep peace and contentment. Nothing in this world can match that. Because you are experiencing freedom. Freedom into yourself. Not freedom from anything. Not freedom from anything. Only freedom into yourself. So that's what I meant, that dividedness of the soul is the only problem. Undividedness or going beyond the divisions in the soul is the only solution, really. Everything else follows so naturally. Thank you. Very, very good. And everything that I'm sharing is immediately true right now. If it is not immediately true for all of us, then maybe you can talk to me also, and you can try to listen more deeply right now also.
Firstly, hello. Well, I've been following what you said, and one thing that stuck with me is this addiction part, which is mentioned. And it does feel like when you say like addiction, it feels like wanting to do experience XYZ in a certain way. But it's not like I'm not able to catch that why would I be addicted to do or experience in a certain way only.
Oh.
Like the imagination part you mentioned, and
You want me to answer this?
yes, and look into with you like this.
Actually, there is no. Mm, in one sense, there is only one certain answer that I can give you. That everybody has experienced like this in life. Everybody who discovered and shared the report afterward, they found that as if there was less light inside them, which which was keeping life experiencing in a certain way within them. That way was way of the addiction, like what we call circle, no circle. Basically, if we can understand circle, okay, let's not call it addiction. Let's call it a simple circle, okay. Our physical body lives in a circle of food, for example, no, and it is called even Annamaya Kosh also. So it is made of food also. So it depends on food. So it lives on food. It needs food every day. No? So that is the circle in which it is living. No? Within the body also we have consciousness, or what we call mind also. It also lives in a certain circle, dependent entirely on the body only, but expanded to its imagination a lot out of it also. That I want to eat this, I want to eat that, I want to experience this, I want to experience that. No. Let's say body is not there, body is not breathing, body is not eating, then lot of the imagination of it disappears, no? Because it is based on the body only. No? So the circle of the body in this case was healthy or non-addictive. However, in the mind now, it's not directly connected to reality. It is based on reality, but not directly living the reality in the mind. So this is where you can say something called unconsciousness or self-unconsciousness happens. Whenever we are not living the reality of life directly, and it is as simple as living the physical body and breath. This is direct reality of life. Physical body and breath is a direct reality of life. Howsoever strong the mind and addiction of the mind is, if we only live the physical body and breath for some time, we will get out of mind. But we don't live the body mind, and we continue living in the mind. You know, that is where what has happened is that somehow self unconsciousness happened in a way. Let us try to understand. Self unawareness happened. Self awareness is not something that happens. It is naturally present. We are naturally self aware all the time. So self awareness is not something that has to happen. Rather, self unawareness has to be removed from us. That is called the ego state, no? Where in the imagination we go so deep that we as if forget ourselves. And that is the root of all the addictions in a way. No? Meaning need for more stronger circles to keep us in the sleep. No? Like they protect us in a way in the sleep. No? That's why there was and there is a importance of being more conscious. What is being more conscious? Being more conscious that I'm imagining, that I'm addicted. No, that is being more conscious. No? So the answer to this actually is what I call dhyan, meditation. Experience yourself. Addiction is there, many problems there. Yeah, experience yourself. Focus on body and breath and yourself. What will happen is that somehow you will start coming to your natural state of being where self-awareness is naturally there all the time. Meaning when we say I am, it means we are saying that I exist and I am aware that I exist. No? Like this statement is one thing, not two things, that I am but not aware that I am. No, I am that I am aware. I am aware that I am. No. So this self-awareness is always there in the self. No. Now, if we start living the self-awareness, the unawareness, which is called mind or ego state, its power will reduce. Power means we will give less value to it. We will live it less. And effectively, we will have less need for addiction. And effectively, we will have less addiction in our life. So, circle is also serving the true self that we are. Physical body circle, the circle of breath also. There is a circle of breath also, no? Breath has created a circle of inhaling and exhaling also, like this. And in the similar way, many energies playing inside us which are moving in a circle. Whole life is moving in circles only, no? Through that, it manages life, yeah, in a meaningful manner, in a way where we can enjoy it and, like this. Collectively also, as a whole. Collectively means like the most harmonious circle of life. Collectively, no? All together, all of us. So all of that is serving very beautifully the true self. What is false self means the self unawareness. So now there are circles of energy inside us which are serving the self unawareness or ego. No? I think that is what we are calling addiction in a way. No? So have I covered this, or what do you feel?
Yes. It feels like a lot to grasp, but what I caught,
I can try to simplify as much as you want. You just give me some feedback.
um, what I caught from this is that mainly, if I do dhyan, as you said,
Yes.
is that thing that I can't think about or solve it in that way, to or grasp it rather. I would rather need to be self-aware to know that,
Yes.
like
It is
this.
true. Because when we are living in the mind state or ego state, no? In the mind state, ego state, that time we are, self-awareness is minimum. Not that it is not there, it is minimum. Another way of saying the same thing was, which we were talking before, that when we are living the imagination to the maximum, we are experiencing the truth of or joy of who we are is at the minimum. Same thing. Yeah.
Then it is very uh, strange that how everything is happening.
What do you mean by that? I
Like
did not.
if if I'm completely like unaware, then how am I functioning in the world?
This is the power of the self that we will realize at some point, that even if almost not at all self-aware, we can do everything because we are still the self. No? We will not become the self when we will become aware of ourselves. No, no, we are the self now also, and that is a dangerous part of the self, by the way. No, meaning the immense power of the self in the hands of a state of sleep, no? Ego. No? Somebody said that it is a famous dialogue, I think, famous dialogue from some spiritual discussion, that what happens if a wolf uh, practices awareness? It becomes a more aware wolf. This is the answer of it. That's why it is more important to know who we are than to be aware. And sometimes for knowing who we are, we need to be aware, more conscious of the mind also. But as a whole, this whole thing, what it is serving, that is very important. Is it serving the empowerment of person that we think we are? That we want to become a more powerful person through spiritual efforts, practices? Or we want to discover who we are beyond this personhood? No, that's the important part. Because who we are beyond the person is naturally peaceful, joyful, creative, by the way, not that dead, very creative. It can do so much more in life than a person state can ever do. Because person state is continuously struggling within itself. It has almost no time for creativity, no? So thank you. I think we are good then. Yeah.
Hello, Ji. Ji, I wanted to share my experience and also wanted to talk to you and also check your point of view and like it feels like seeing things more and more clearly. I see the whatever is happening within me or whatever I'm choosing. Uh, the nature of things is when it becomes clear to me, the action in itself or whatever I'm choosing, uh, it never becomes the problem. Like what I should do, what I should not do, or what I should do spiritually, or what ideally how I should be, how I should sit, or how I should talk, and that gives me this sense of like freedom, like I can do whatever I want to do and like be however I feel like being, and not ideally like do something or like be someone or like, and how to say like it, and I like if I want to imagine I can also imagine like, and I also get lost in imagination also like, and then if I realize that oh I'm lost in imagination, I know that how I cannot imagine. So the way is clear that if I'm lost or if I feel like I'm behaving very personally or I'm behaving like a person, I don't take it personally, like okay I'm behaving like a person, but now that I've noticed I can simply not behave that way and just come back to whatever my natural state is. And like that is how I'm like functioning in my life, and it is becoming more and more flexible and relaxed for me, and like more kind of normal, like I'm also doing a lot of practical work, and so like talking with people, and you have to talk normally, like even when if I feel like talking spiritually it feels strange because that is not the normal language you talk in
Yes.
the
Yes. Yes.
regular world. So just I'm just sharing my experience and
Very
just
good.
want to hear from you like.
I think it's very good. This normal word that you used is very good. We normally we call it ordinary, being ordinary. No, being ordinary does not mean being lower than anyone or higher than anyone in both the cases, both the direction. But it's just being yourself more like not mm, not adopting some kind of way, rather more coming to your original way of being, an original way of interacting with life more. No? Where it is like in the practical life, it is seen that it is important to behave like somehow, like for example, mm, it is said that a discussion is not really cutting each other's strings of the talks, but more weaving them together into a one uh, one rope or something like this. No? So there in the practical life we have the need to consider and listen the other and give a space to the other up to some degree, and then from there pick up and share what we want to, so that it is a up to some degree communication, momentary, but communication. Yes, you are very right actually. The original way, our original way is more like a our original way is more like a empty way. Like it's not a particular way. It's just being present and existing, able to do things. Mind is there, able like training of the mind and experiences of the past are there, and just using them to the best in the best possible manner in this moment. Like more moment by moment in a way you can say, finding the life to be the way it is and trying to make best use of it, like this. And that also refinement also happens in both the direction. Our abilities also open up more, like become more flexible in a way, because our abilities are not given some set way now that you have to behave like this all the time. No, no, they are given the task that I can behave any moment, any way I want to, because my way of the user is not set. That's why what is being used, the consciousness, body, mind blocks, memory and everything also start opening up a little bit, start becoming more flexible, because it has to accommodate that spontaneity of the user, also. So in this direction also, it becomes more flexible, and the being also becomes more refined, that while I'm actually appearing to be very ordinary or personal in a way from the other side, but I'm being very original as myself and free. You know. So these are the things which are very beautiful. And also you mentioned that sometimes I catch myself being personal. So this being personal I'm just assuming, you can confirm that it is not being using certain words or anything. It is about somehow getting disconnected somehow from our own original way of being or sense of existence in a way that, because I have this feeling that those who are focusing on the practical life, focusing not out of need, but out of joy of the being, that I want to focus on practical life or whatever, whether we call it need or not, but ultimately it is the joy of the being. No? So some beings who are focusing on the practical life right now, best option for them is to remain in the vibration of the being that we are. Vibration, which is the experience. It is like a sense that we develop slowly, that I will never get disconnected from it in a way. Or that awareness comes in us, where you mentioned that as if I became personal. And then you return to your original vibration. So this is one thing that is very valuable here. For those who want to discover the truth of who we are completely, meaning they want to focus on the internal now, inward now more, they should focus on the truth of who we are, and for them also experiencing our vibration. Like for us, for those who want to discover completely the truth of who we are, for them the starting point will be experiencing our vibration. When we are focusing on the practical life, then our base will be experiencing ourselves. From there we act and do everything and experience everything. And life will be so balanced here, in both the directions. So that experience of ourselves, or the vibration of our own being, is like a base, middle point, like a swinging door in a way. Either way you can go. Like that. So I feel this all is very good. I think this totally very realistic in a way. Like it's not, there is not so much of a like imagination or something here. I think it's very good.
I would also like to share this clarity of using this door, to what you said, because uh, there are times when I am not focusing outside, and I prioritize to just stay as I am. And I sense that the more I learn to use it, the system, the whole system, like the mind, the body, the emotions, uh, and this door also, it becomes easy for me to be in any way, like not in particular any kind of situation or fixed thing, but to be in any way. Like for example, I would like to share that I had some work and I need to I sense that from like पिछले 2 साल से I have not used my emotions in any way. Like I became like a stone meditator. Like I'm like this, and I'm not. I was not able to connect to any personal emotion, सामने वाले का भी and मेरे अंदर भी, and I had to use that to I had to invoke or to be able to understand how to share and exchange emotion personally. So I was consciously trying to see how this works, and after a long time I started feeling, and all those emotions and memories, personal emotions and memories which I used to feel, those came back, but it never became that kind of personal again. I can use them now, but it is not sticky. So more and more I'm learning to use the system, I'm trying to, and this interests me in the direction of spirituality, so to say. This thing interests me to use my system and to know every nook and corner, because how I see it, when I sense that I don't know this, it's like by luck happening, and that thing I don't like personally. I want to know like how this is working, so कि वो तुक्के में कभी हो गया वो नहीं चाहिए. It's like I want a system. I want to know if my mind is saying like this, or like this thought is like this, how to not think, how to feel, how to not feel. Like I want to explore everything. So like just sharing.
Oh, yes, yes. It's very, very good. Stickiness of the emotions, for example. Uh, the emotions, for example, don't know that they have stickiness, for example. Effectively, they don't have any stickiness. It is the user who is not efficient in using them, no? Like where to stop. It does not know where to stop, no? So stickiness or anything like this, in reality, is not really in the emotions or energies or anything. We were talking the other day, I was sharing with Prajot that there is a lot of unconsciousness, no? Lot of unconsciousness. And certain things have to be removed and certain things, like non-essential and everything like this. And it is going to continue like this, like a growth, correction, improvement, change, like removing the toxins and everything will continue like this. But there is a possibility that you may choose truth, like forever. No? Like you have chosen truth, you have chosen yourself now. And now all of this, this which is inside us, you can say is like garbage. It was beautiful when we lived it in the past. Now it is just garbage of that, no? Remains of that stinking and all. All of this garbage will be converted into mud by the beloved, by the source. Without any stickiness, it will be unconscious but not sticky. And it will be used to open that lotus of our own being now, no? So it is unconscious but not sticky. Sticky basically comes from our dividedness towards our decision whether I want to live as myself or not. The moment we decide, all of the unconsciousness is the mud that is used to open the highest flower of consciousness. Unconsciousness, consciousness, I think we can understand or not. They are one thing, not two things. They are two degrees of the same thing. Unconsciousness is a certain degree of consciousness. Consciousness is a certain degree of consciousness, like a temperature, no? So the lower temperature is used as the roots of this lotus of the consciousness called enlightenment or awakening, no? Which holds the possibility of experiencing the presence of God, presence of the source within this body, this is small body. This instrument is capable of producing the sound of God, no? Like this. So I think all of this is good. And knowing things clearly is really anytime better. Even if, let's say, your system is not producing, your body mind is not producing very joyful music right now, meaning joyful experience of life, but you are knowing more, is much better. Then by chance it is experiencing very nice, and then by chance we lose it also. No? That's what is the report many times in the satsang also, that I experienced very beautifully and I lost. How can I have it forever? This way, nobody can have it forever. Because the way to have it forever is to understand, to mastery, not to, like mastery how to produce the right music, not jumping onto the right, like beautiful music which is happening right now. What is happening right now is the power of satsang and our togetherness in satsang. It's not our own strength yet, no? So let us be thankful for our togetherness and learn also how to mastery my own system of body mind. No? So that I can produce the music I want to, or I am destined to. No? That is what is Rag Hajure ka, no? Echat tar marodat khuti, niksat rag hajure ka. Kabir says that this body mind is a string instrument, tanpura. If you, stretch a little bit the strings and the pegs a little bit, fine tune them, it can produce the music of God. Very simply, I'm saying that what is what it produces right now, what we call I am a person, is a certain music or certain sound being produced by this system right now. I am an individual soul, I am a presence, is a certain sound being produced by this system right now. I am not only the beloved is the music also, sound also produced by the same instrument. I am a very unhappy person, like I'm a person who is suffering continuously. Is a very noisy music being produced by the system now. No? This is my outlook also about it. No? Thank you. I think we are good. Thank you. Thank you. Very nice. Very nice. Amina, you want to talk?
Yes, Ji. Namaste, Ji.
Namaste.
I feel I'm not communicate with you.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, but I'm not able to not see progress in me.
But for that, I think for that, what you should do probably is that check what progress you want to see, no? And then it will be easier. Maybe you have a misunderstanding about the progress. That's why you are maybe progressing, but not seeing yourself progressing. No? Because in existence, there is no one who is not progressing. No, this is the funny part. That's our belief that things are in my hands and I have to do everything to progress. No, that's our belief, not true. And if you can look deeply into how you want to progress, where you are not progressing, you will find that there is some misunderstanding there. While you are so nicely progressing. No, maybe. Just check.
Can I say something?
Yeah, please.
The way progress you in your version, progress I want.
My version. I have a version. I kind
Whatever,
of did not know.
you are saying no, that I could not get. I see. I could not. Progressing
There
in
must be
that.
some misunderstanding because what I'm saying is that you are the self already. That's what I'm saying, no? Essentially. So first of all, don't miss the essential part of it, what I'm saying. I'm saying that you are already being. Don't wait for anything. Start living yourself now so that you can start experiencing peace, no? That's what I'm saying, no? Fundamentally. So is this, or are you talking about anything else that I shared?
Towards realization of self.
Realization of the self, yes.
I need progress
Ha. So I can,
for your understanding.
ha. So you want me to share something or?
I need your help that I could not. Please help me.
This satsang is the help that is being shared already, no? But as you have invited me, I can maybe share a little bit once again, something, no?
Please say something.
Yeah. self-realization. Let us look into this subject. No, self-realization is not something like a achievement or attainment of life in the normal sense. It cannot be put into the same categories of other attainments of life. No. However, it is the highest attainment in life, but it is not a attainment. No. Why to self? Why to realize ourselves? No. This is a very important question to ask before we uh, before we spend so much time in this direction. Basically, we are searching for joy. No. Like there are two type of beings I felt. One is who is searching for truth, another who is searching for joy. No. So you must check deeply inside you that are you searching for joy or searching for truth. And both the cases, meditation will help you. Because meditation is that common ground of the presence where we come to, where we can experience the joy of our own being, meaning experiencing joy without any dependency on any experience of a state of body, mind, or life. No? And this is the same ground from where we can break through, like we can turn towards deeper ourselves deeply also, where we can realize who we are, meaning the truth of who we are. No? So for both the cases, meditation is the way. No? Meditation simply means that learning to sit in our own being and not doing anything to change anything inside us during this time of meditation. Rest of the time we continue doing whatever feels suitable to us. But during this time, not doing anything part is that we are not trying to change anything inside our body mind or about our life. We are more experiencing as we are in the moment. And that is going to bring us to that subtler vibration of our own being, which itself is such a blessing, the greatest blessing in terms of experiencing. Like this is the greatest possible experience that we can have in life. No? Beyond that is the realization of who we are, beyond experience. No, realization beyond experience. No? So those who want to realize the self, they go beyond joy, no, beyond bliss. No? They have to go beyond bliss. But what is beyond bliss? Why anybody would go beyond bliss? No? Because they see value of their truth more than the bliss they are experiencing. But we cannot go beyond bliss if the bliss is imaginary. No, we can go beyond bliss only when the truth bliss is real. No, so let us come to the real bliss, real joy first, where we have a choice to remain joyfully here or go beyond it, isn't it? So my again simple request is that come to the joy of your being through meditation and make a choice there from there now. You want to stay here in this subtlemost vibration, which is bliss itself, peace itself, which is the taste of truth already here. Realization of who we are basically is the realization of who or what we are not. And in the ways that we cannot imagine generally when we have not come to this subtle most vibration of presence yet. No. In one sense, very simply, we can say that self-realization basically is the time when the self that you are gives value to yourself more than anything else. No? Because you are the self all the time, when not realized or when realized. No. In both the times, you are the self, and you are also self-aware all the time. Natural. There is a natural self-awareness in the self all the time also. That's what we call, that's like, it is called also that self is already realized. Self doesn't need to realize itself. So, but probably what we are calling self-realization means the interest of the self in itself more than anything. Interest in more anything else, no? More than interest in anything else. Yes. So, again, meditation is that crossroad where we can come to a very stable being and can live as an individual soul and individual presence, no? Our body, mind and life very beautifully from the bliss, from the joy of our own being. Or we can slip from here into a deeper reality of who we are. The experiencer of bliss, no? The experiencer of bliss is truth. No? And this bliss that it experiences is useless for it when it becomes interested in its own truth. Because the experience, after all, is temporary. Every experience, including the experience of bliss, is still found to be less than the timeless truth that we are. So, but it's an internal call that happens naturally in all of us. We don't have to set some kind of goal here. No, let's set the goal of coming to the joy of our own being, to that vibration which is not false, which is the first time we are living in truth. Thank you. I think it's good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I have to increase my dose of meditation. I feel so.
Yeah, increase. How you will do?
Meditation.
How you will do that?
By sitting, doing nothing.
Meaning sitting for longer period. You feel like you will do that.
At least 1 hour for day, per day.
Is fine if it works for you. Meaning if you want to increase the number of minutes, no, when you will be sitting. However, trying to more clearly understanding what is meditation. Will that also not increase your dose of meditation?
Increase means 1 hour per day. And how to do? Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. No, again gone. Yeah.
Increased dose means self remembrance. Per I have to do no
Sure,
self
sure.
remembrance.
I understood that. My question is that do you want to increase the dose of your own self-remembrance and testing yourself by sitting for longer period of time in the day, or can we also try to more deeply and clearly understand what is meditation? And that will effectively increase the dose, no?
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Because in the 1 hour period, let's say if you are sitting, I'm not certain about it, but chances are very high that you will achieve some, in this 60 minute, you will achieve some good 60 seconds of sitting in your being. No? Only 60 seconds out of 60 minutes. No? Rest of the time will be trying not to do anything. Trying not to do anything. Trying not to be busy. Trying not to be involved in anything because the habit is there so much. No? So why don't we do like this? Let us separate these two things. Like trying to deal with the habit, we separate it. And meditation, we separate. No? Meditation is purely when we feel the highest joy in just sitting in ourselves, in our own being. For dealing with the habit of indulging in the thoughts and feeling, we can separately sit in a session where we try to watch our mind, in the sense that we become aware of the mind and see that why I am indulging in any thought and feeling right now when there is no need for it. No? So that will help us in meditation afterward. That once we have decided to meditate, things will not interfere now. No? Otherwise, most of the time goes in trying to deal with the interference that happens because of our habit. We flow into the thoughts, feelings again and again. No? So maybe we can do like this also, like a preparation for meditation, and then meditation, actual meditation after that. Actual meditation is the simplest thing. Just sitting in yourself, joyfully, blissfully, tasting your own being. Not trying to taste. There is no trying in meditation. Remember, trying is not meditation. Trying is mind. No. Meditation simply means being who we are. Meditation actually is the true way of being. No. Right now we are in the false way of being. That is called mind also. No. Trying. No. So I think, thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's a very beautiful meeting with all of you. If anybody else want to talk to me, you can talk. I think it's kind of close to end of this meeting soon.
Namaste ji. Ji, I don't have any particular question, but just I thought let's come in front of you, break some ice. So that's the.
Oh, it's nice. I have this kind of feeling inspiration to share that let us check inside us at any point of time during satsang that either we are sitting very quiet, naturally stable, and joyful and contented, very deeply contented in our being, no? During this time of satsang when we are sitting together. Like as if nothing can be better than this, like that kind of clear feeling inside us that nothing can be better than this. And we are so, like we are feeling the depth of our own being, that depth of our own relax into our own being. No? If it is like this, then it is very good. Then we are already sitting in ourselves during the meditation all this while. No, I feel like this. No, but if not, it is always good to break the ice. It is always good to break out of that state into a conversation, into a exploration also. No, when we don't have clarity, we can ask also, or we can just break the ice maybe also, like you did. No.
Ji, I'm not in that state, like sitting or enjoying. I'm not
Meaning
enjoying it.
we can call that our true state, let's say. No. So you are saying that I'm not in my true state right now. And do you want to be in your true state? May sound a very, very silly question, but actually it is important.
Yes, Ji, I want to be in my true state, and that's my struggle is going on too. Like why I am like attached to non-essential thing and or sad part of emotions or like that negative part of emotions or sad part.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's
Can we do like this? Can we simplify this also? Like more immediate, more simple, simplified version of interaction also. That whatever you are doing right now inside you, like let's say you are caught up in emotions, old way, right? Ask yourself, do you want to be caught up in it? Ask right now and answer to me.
No, Ji.
Fine. And now, are you caught up in them even after answering this question? Now you say, I don't want to be caught up. Are you still caught up? Please check.
No, Ji.
What happened? How you became free from them?
Ji,
This is what I'm calling conscious decision making. Consciously make decision. Now, I feel only prayer to the beloved, to the Lord, can be more powerful than this. Nothing else can be so much more powerful. Consciously make decision in this very moment and see the power of it. Announce it to yourself inside you, and if you feel any value to announce it to me also, it's fine.
yes, Ji, I am consciously taking this decision. I'm not attached, and I will live, not I will, okay, I start living my true nature. And this, yes, Ji, and I keep reminding myself,
Yes,
कि
yes.
I want to live my true nature, not in any false, like,
A lot of refinement of understanding also can happen here in our conversations together. Use it well that way also, because it is less important what you are experiencing right now. It is more important why you are experiencing it, and do you like it or not, and how much you like it. Like if you like it to the maximum, like you like it the most, and you don't like anything more than this, then chances are that you will not go away from here. No, so make it clear also like this. Being conscious in the decision also should include this also, this kind of exploration and clarity. No? So it is less important right now what you are experiencing. More important is that why you are experiencing it, why you want to experience yourself. No, let's make it clear. That's a very powerful contemplation that can happen between us right now.
gee, I want to experience myself truly because I had experience, and I experienced like it is a really giving me joy and happiness, and it's feel like it is like this. But again and again, then something is coming, and when I not live, then I start finding to how to get get again that my true nature, because I am little far from that my true nature.
Yes,
So
yes.
that time my struggle start, and again that struggle is going continue long.
I
And
see.
with you, as like immediately I feel like no, I am living my true nature. So that is the struggle I am feeling.
Understand. Yes, yes. I think the simple thing that I said it can help you with that. Right now, are you living yourself? So right now, when you are living yourself, be conscious also. Be conscious means bring your mind also, not mind, but bring yourself also here, who makes decisions, who becomes attracted towards things other than yourself. No? Bring this self also here. That is consciousness, or the central mind, you can say, of the self. No? Bring that also here now. Let it stay here. And try to be more clear how I am right now. What exactly is happening to me right now when I'm peaceful, joyful, and experiencing truth. And like this, your wisdom, central wisdom, will be updated. And that will save you when the mind or the sleep will kind of attack in a way, or will try to pull you in. There you will become alert. No? Because try to see one simple thing. you are in your true state right now. Then you go in your false state also. Yes? In this, try to see very simply but deeply that you are common. Yes? You are common in both. So this you is your central wisdom right now. This is not your true self. What you are experiencing is the true self. So this common element who is there when you forget yourself, and who is here also now when you are living in the truth of yourself. This common element must clearly see and understand what is happening right now to me. No? And this will update itself. Then when it will not be in the true state, it will know how to come back to the true state. You know what I mean? So try to live clearly, consciously like this right now. What do you feel? Is it useful for you?
Yes, Ji, it is useful, and I just notice like this moment I say I'm living my true nature, but this is experience of peace, and other experience is experience of sadness or struggle, or so that I'm common here to experience joy and experience sadness or misery.
Yes.
So that I
So this you remain aware of yourself being present here. No. So this you being aware means this is what is self-awareness. You have a self-awareness here when you are experiencing the joy of your own being or the vibration of your own being. No? Remain self-aware. That's what it. And this self-awareness will remain even when you will be in the mind. This will remain. Yes. This self-awareness is the most powerful tool, greatest power you the self has. Self-awareness. This is the true light, where nothing can deceive you. In that light, nothing can deceive you. Absolutely nothing can deceive you, really. You know? So spend your time in this, spend your energy in this also. That yes, it is very peaceful. I am sitting in my being and in meditation right now. But I am also here. I am here. I am also, no? Not that I don't exist. So this I exist is self-awareness, no? The more you become self-aware, the more you have become free from ego. No, in a way, this is the thing. Because ego is not the experiences that we have. Ego is that we forget who we are, or we forget that we are. In a way, to be more simple, no? We forget that I am, and it is so simply true that there is a practice. I think I don't know where it was mentioned, but there is a practice called I am. Very ancient practice where one has to remember a whole day that I exist, that I am, that I exist. Everything you do, and just keep reminding yourself. And somehow it is going to break the spell very quickly. It's a very ancient practice. I am, I exist, I am, I exist. Continuously, whole day, every minute, reminding, remembering, like this. Thank you. I think it's very good.
thank you, Ji. Is seeing with you is very easy, and it's yes, it's resolved like. Thank you so much.
Just try to remember this simple thing: self-awareness, self-consciousness. No, remember this. Not awareness of things, not awareness of body, not awareness of thoughts, feelings, or anything else. Awareness that I am, I exist. In essence, meditation actually is self-awareness. But it is not that kind of awareness which we practice normally. Am I aware of my body? Am I aware of my thoughts? Am I aware of getting caught up or getting out of something? No, it's a fundamental awareness. No? That's why it feels more like joy, peace, truth, being. It feels more like being, not like doing something. No? Doing requires two. No, two. It requires two. Like being aware of body. It requires someone who is aware and the body being separate from it, in one sense. No? But the being does not have two inside it. No? In meditation, there are no two. There's only one. Being aware of itself, that I am. Meaning I am this spaciousness, I am this being, I am this joy, I am this bliss, I am this truth. No. It's a direct experience actually of who we are. No. Meditation is a direct experience of who we are. And for that, all the preparation, if required, we should do all the preparation for it. Because it's directly coming to the truth of who we are and living it and staying in it. No. In very simple terms, you can say the more we have clearly lived in the self-consciousness, no, that much we have finished ego in a way. No? That much we have finished ego. But then when we will come out of our joy of our own being into the activity of body, mind and life, we will not get caught up. What is getting caught up? We cannot get caught up in the thoughts, feelings, body or anything. No. Try to get caught up right now in anything and show me how you get caught up. No? We cannot get caught up in any thought, feeling, emotion or anything ever. It is impossibility. So we are safe when we are experiencing anything. No? We get caught up only in forgetfulness of who we are. No? Into the false self. We get caught up in the false self. Only one thing. No? Any one of you try to get caught up in something that you are experiencing right now, and you will know it is impossible. Experiencing is a very fragile ground, very fragile ground. The self touches something in some way, or experiences something in some way. No? It's a very fragile ground. It's not a solid ground where we can get caught up. Experience is a ground where self and imagination is meeting. No? The true self and imagination is meeting. That is called experiencing. No? Whose imagination? We have to figure out whether it is the imagination of the universal being, supreme being, or I think it's very, very good time. Let us end this meeting now. It was very beautiful, beloved, to meet all of you. Thank you for joining this meeting.